Before this video begins, we would like to bring attention to the charitable organization Child's Play. Child's Play seeks to improve the lives of children in pediatric hospitals and other child welfare facilities throughout the generosity of the gaming community and the power of play. This is through the means of toys and games they donate to each facility. If you have any toys or games that you plan to throw out, feel free to donate them here instead. Please visit childsplaycharity.org for more information. Thank you.
Welcome back, people. Welcome to Topic Thunder. I watched that movie the other day, to be honest. Topic Thunder. I'm your host, Tyler James. Matt Dietzick is not here today, so with me is my co-host.
Mac Frew. Sorry, I'm a very thirsty boy.
Anyway, so Matt, how you been?
Wait, we don't need to worry about labels, do we?
Welcome.
Fuck 'em.
How you been?
I'm busy. I'm busy. I've been busy.
It has been a busy week, actually.
I know you're not directing your documentary, but directing's hard. I don't know why I want to keep doing it.
Yeah, I failed to do a good pitch for my documentary, so
I thought yours was alright. Yours almost got picked.
almost.
Well, because like it wasn't picked, and then you were like, "Hey, pick mine," and then he writes it down, but then you don't have a group, and they're like, "Oh, you can join my group," and so then yours wasn't picked again.
Basically, people didn't want mine to be made.
No, I think it's just everybody else already thought about groups, and you were like, "I want to make mine."
Well, too late now. Anyway, yeah, so once again, if you need an introduction for Topic Thunder, we will be talking about a specific topic for this video. Our first episode lasted about 2.5 hours. We didn't keep track, and we talked about reboots and remakes.
And we talked. Well, I didn't talk. I wasn't there.
You weren't there, but you probably were watching. You'll watch the video talk about
But
it.
yeah, of course.
But for today, Mac has asked if we talk about.
Well, it wasn't so much I asked about it. It was like I said.
Well, tell them what you want to talk about then.
It wasn't like I asked about it. It was like, here's the topics I want to talk about. What do you think? And I was like, I don't know. What about this first one on the list? And it was Marvel versus DC. That's where I flashed the graphic up.
It was there. It was the first one.
It was the first one.
So
I watch Marvel movies. I watch DC movies. I read comics. Sometimes. Barely. Not at all. You do?
I rarely
DC
read
comics?
Comics, rarely. I've read a few. I'm not huge in comics, to be honest.
Well,
like
you
the
stick to the movies and the TVs.
like the characters, but comics. I've read a few. I haven't read a crap ton.
Right. I've read like the most famous ones.
I've read like Killing Joke.
Yeah, I read like the Killing Joke, the Quarter Owls for Batman.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't read much
I've read
Marvel. I have a bunch of Spider-Man comics.
That's pretty much what I read. Spider-Man. Like when he first got his black suit, Secret Wars is one. I'm not a huge.
I read
comic
the original Civil War comic. I don't know about you.
The original is that.
Where like Tony Stark and Captain America.
Is it the same? Is it the same as the movie?
Kind of. Like it's like they're fighting in the movie.
But like, was it?
And they're fighting in the comics, but
is
the
it-
reason they are
yeah,
fighting
that's what
is
I'm-
different.
Okay.
But it makes sense for the Marvel movies. Like what Marvel movies do really well is take what happened in the comics and adapt it really well. And so like it might not necessarily be exactly what happened in the comics, but
Right.
it fits whatever the Marvel universe has created now.
Like well, when you look at Infinity War, like that,
Yeah.
it wasn't exactly like the comic, but
Well,
it was based off the comic, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they're doing their own
huge.
thing, and it's
their own
cool.
thing. Yeah, it's cool. I am more of a DC fan. I like more of the heroes, more of the comic book, more story. Like,
We won't talk about the movies yet.
I'm getting there. I like the games more.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Arkham series.
Arkham games. Oh. We don't talk about Origins, but
Well, I can talk about Deathstroke in that game, since he was the best part of that game. But I like the boss fight for that game.
the boss fights for Origins.
The Deathstroke boss fight, yeah. I didn't mind it. I thought.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
I mean, they were all like quick time events, and there was nothing like. What the first Arkham games did was like you had to like learn, like pick up the patterns of like
Pretty
each
much.
enemy and like learn how to defeat them. This one it was just like mash A, mash X, and then a triangle, and then a circle.
Okay. I was entertained. Spider-Man sort of has that.
And I have nutted over Spider-Man several times.
Yeah,
I haven't finished it yet. I haven't played it in like weeks.
Well, I think you played the only when I brought it.
No, I bought it.
Oh, you did buy it. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a masterpiece of a game.
Yeah,
It
you
is-
really like it?
Yeah, oh, I love it. Just the scale of New York, like Peter Parker, like his character.
Oh, the web's away. Oh, the web's away. Just lost my hat there. It's fine.
Yeah, so like it's a fun game. Okay, so DC movies, on the other hand, I need a drink before
Is
this.
there whiskey in this?
Oh god. As a DC fan, it hurts. It hurts to talk about this. Okay, serious note.
Let's start off with
Okay,
Man of Steel, right?
I like it.
Because Man of Steel, I enjoy it.
I like it.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
I hear a lot of people shit on Man of Steel.
Man of
And I
S-
don't understand why.
Man of Steel, for me, like, when it comes to, I'll tell you the one thing I didn't like much. I don't like the color palette. In this program, I've started to notice more things in films.
Right.
I've started to notice Marvel has pale lighting,
Mm-hmm.
and Man of Steel, or I guess Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, has very dark, like, color palette. Like, you know how it has that, like, colder, shadowy
Right.
feel?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. I feel like it would have made the film better if that wasn't there.
If it's a little more vibrant or whatever.
Yeah, more vibrant. A little. Maybe that was the problem with DC. People complain about DC being dark. That's probably the reason why. If
Because
that-
it was dark?
It was dark. So if that film was a bit more, just had more saturation and all that, like
Yeah.
concentration.
I don't know how I feel about it because I like the first Man of Steel. I don't really have any
I have
problems with it.
I love Hans Zimmer's score.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Like
It's so
Han-
good. Like
No. Dun, dun, like it's just the hands.
Yeah.
Like I'll actually say it. Hans Zimmer.
Hans and
Hans
Franz.
Hans Zimmer is actually my favorite composer. He made
Of all time, or
yeah,
like-
of all time. Like he made Inception's Time. Like,
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
Oh yeah.
The Interstellar soundtrack.
Anything Christopher Nolan, really.
Anything Christopher. The Interstellar soundtrack. There was another Christopher.
I think
The Dark Knight soundtrack.
he does make very good epic
Yeah,
pieces.
dramatic, epic scores. Yes.
And I do think he's a very good composer.
But. Okay.
I don't know if he's greatest of all time.
Okay, well, who would you say is?
I don't know. When I think of like a good composer, I think of like a score that evokes some emotion in me,
So when you think,
and not just like the main theme of a character, but like the score in general. And so I
Like
would
what-
bring up John Williams.
okay, yeah, John Williams is another level because
Yeah.
he did Star Wars,
Superman, Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was Spielberg.
Another one that I talked about is Danny Elfman. He did the
Ooh,
Spider-Man soundtrack.
yeah.
He did the Batman.
Like the
soundtrack.
original Spider-Man, I assume.
The Tobey Maguire, yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Burton's Batman theme, even the animated Batman show theme.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
And he did the score for Justice League. It was
Danny
so-
Elfman, or was that Alex Vestry?
No, that was Danny Elfman. Except it was a copy and paste of his old music. It wasn't anything
Right.
original. So that I was very disappointed.
I liked what he did with the Wonder Woman theme. The Wonder Woman theme in Justice League was
Hans
different.
Zimmer's. That was Hans Zimmer's.
I know. I thought it was like Hans Zimmer's, but then
And Junkie
Danny
XL. And
Junkie
Junkie XL.
XL.
That's their
Okay,
names.
yeah, whatever.
That's their names. Junkie
But I
XL.
thought Danny Elfman came in and like beefed it up a bit.
He did a little, not
Yeah.
much.
Well, because there's something different about what was in Wonder Woman and what was in Justice League, and whatever was in Justice League, I did like a little bit better.
Justice League had. There's a few scores in my mind. Like I heard John Williams Superman theme in there.
Yep.
I heard the Batman theme big time.
Oh yeah, I think.
But for me,
I haven't watched Justice League since it came out, also because it's shit.
I know. I actually not remade the film, re-edited, I want to say the film.
Oh, really?
So I took out Danny Elfman's score,
Mhm.
some of it, and
Right.
put Hans Zimmer's in, like Batman thing, that dun, 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 dun. It's from Dawn of Justice. I liked it. If you listen to it, you'll understand.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure if I
like-
if I heard a real version of it and not.
Like I like my music, that's why.
Mhm.
Okay, so I took that. There were 2 deleted scenes that were shown on YouTube. I added
Like
that.
the Snyder cut.
Release. The
Are you one of those like
Hashtag-
release the Snyder
hashtag
cut?
Release the Snyder cut. I don't care anymore. I get it.
Yeah.
There was 2 deleted scenes where Superman goes and gets his suit or whatever.
Has like the black suit or whatever.
It was like a black suit, but then
Behind
he had,
him.
like his real
Yeah.
suit. And then there was another deleted scene where he went to go see Alfred. Remember in the trailer?
Where
was-
Superman went to go see Alfred and he was like,
Yep.
yes. Yeah.
Let's hope you're not too late.
Thank you.
He's like,
Camera didn't see it, but I got it in.
Like he said, he knew you come. Let's hope you're not too late. Or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
That was I put that scene, and then for the final.
Where does that scene fit in well?
Yeah, pretty well. It's like after remember when Aquaman was sitting on Wonder Woman's rope, and then he's like, go
He
to.
did his own thing, like I think we're gonna die.
Yeah, it's basically after that scene.
All right.
And before the climactic battle.
All right.
So, and for the climactic battle, I color changed.
I cut out Steppenwolf, and they're just running around being happy.
I color changed the orange sky, so now it has more of a bluish, purplish color. It's more purplish actually, because blue and orange stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it feels a lot more colder, darker. Like it feels like.
But still has like a color to it.
Yeah. Like it, yeah. It just yeah. So that's pretty much what I did because I wanted. All right. So that was a bad movie.
Yeah.
It was not what
Yeah.
I wanted. Was it not about Justice League?
Because we could go on
We
and
go on
on.
about Justice League, I guess.
On.
Um,
And on.
are you excited for the Aquaman film at all? Are you?
Aquaman film? I have. How many? Is this just the first trailer that
This is
just
the
came
first
out for
trailer,
it?
this is mine.
I was excited when the trailer came out, and I was a little less excited when the poster came out.
The poster came out first.
Just so. Oh, well, either way. I had an excitement level. The poster came out, it went down. The trailer came out, and it went kind of up. But it's still like. I'm gonna have to wait and see for that one. What I am excited for is Shazam. Shazam looks really
Shazam,
funny.
I'm ready for that. Like I want to say it'll be good, but I feel like the problem with DC was Zack Snyder
Right.
because he directed Man of Steel, Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, I don't know if it was necessarily Zack Snyder,
It was Warner Bros.
but it was Warner Brothers.
It was Warner Bros. But at the
Because
same,
what Zack Snyder Zack Snyder needs a good writer, I think is what the problem is.
He's a visual director. like-
Zack Snyder's very like he
Like-
can look at this table
And make it-
and like make a fantastic art piece about it,
Like-
right?
like a-
and it'll look fantastic, but at the end of the day, it's a table.
Exactly. Like 300, very heavily visual.
Right.
Come with the fight scenes and
Mhm.
everything. Watchmen, another one. Sucker Punch, I guess. I guess.
We don't talk about Sucker Punch.
What was another one he did? What's the other film he did?
I think it was at DC after that.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Wasn't he? He did because there was the first 300, and then someone else did the second 300.
I don't talk about the second thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Don't bother. But no, like Zack Snyder is very good with visuals. That's why I like him. But he's
Mhm.
not a storyteller.
Yeah.
He doesn't make good stories, and he could have had that chance with Dawn of Justice, but it didn't work out.
Have you seen the ultimate cut of Dawn of Justice?
It is, yes,
Because
it
it's
is.
far better than
It is
whatever
far
the
better.
theatrical version was.
But unfortunately, you gotta look at what was already what happened, like theater wise. Like,
I think you can still take the
I don't get why film.
ultimate cut.
Like I don't get why theaters don't allow movies to go over 3 hours. Like look at Godfather. That
Well, it's
movie-
not necessarily the theaters. It's the studios saying.
Well, look at Godfather. Like that, like a 3 hour movie.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, and it played in theaters, right? So it's not necessarily the movie theaters saying, "Oh, 2 hours. That's the limit." It's the studios going, "Oh, please, no one's going to watch a 2-hour movie."
If you
Or
want-
no one's going to watch a movie over 2 hours.
If you
But
want-
like we definitely will if it's
Like if you
fucking
want
good.
a film to be remembered, like make make it longer. That way you can make a better
Well, I'm not
story.
necessarily saying like only the only good movies are 3 hours
No, no,
plus,
no, no.
because like The Wolf of Wall Street, fantastic movie.
That's almost 3 hours.
Half an hour too long, I'd say.
Oh, hells no. That
You don't
movie's
think
too
so?
short.
You think so? I fall asleep almost every time I watch it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I love the movie to death. I
I
can't get through it.
I laugh
sometimes.
my ass off whenever I watch that
I
movie.
love the Quaalude scene. I love
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. So, whew. I love like Martin Scorsese's directing and all that. I love everything about it. I just can't. Maybe it's like maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I have like ADHD or something. I don't know. But like
Maybe it's just how many times have you watched that film?
fully and completely, probably like 3 times.
So maybe because you're used to it in a way.
Maybe that's what it
Like the
is.
first
But
time,
like,
like you make it like the first time you watched it, you were awake and everything, right?
mhm,
So in a way, it's just you've seen it, you know what happens.
maybe.
Like
But still, like I could say, like, sorry, I keep
No, no,
interrupting.
no,
But
no.
anyway, like Wolf of Wall Street, I think is a half an hour too long. Interstellar, though, which is about the same time, I love, and like I'll
Oh.
watch it completely through every time, and I don't
No.
fall asleep to it.
that movie is actually my favorite movie. It is. I love the story. I love the soundtrack. I love Matthew McConaughey's acting, Hannah Hathaway's acting. Right. You know that scene that's been turned. That scene that's now been turned to a meme. Whenever I think when he's looking at the messages from his kids from 20
Oh
years.
yeah,
Like he's
I haven't
trying-
seen it.
Have you seen that show?
I have not seen.
There's a meme like there was a.
I
remember
mean,
the-
I'm not up to date with the kids' culture.
Yeah, I try not to be, but I couldn't help.
I'm
it.
an old man.
See, when Force Awakens came out, like the trailer, it showed like Matthew McConaughey's reaction. It was from Interstellar. He was
Oh,
crying
okay.
during the trailer.
Yeah.
It was funny, but it was like.
Well, maybe I have seen those.
You probably have. It's just yeah. How old are you?
I'm 19. You're older than me, I think. Yeah.
Shush.
Right, so if I'm ancient, what does that make you?
A year older. So yeah, like it is a good movie. What's another one? Pulp Fiction. Like I felt like that's a good funny topic.
Is that 3 hours?
2.5, a little over 2.5 hours. Like it's Quentin Tarantino, so. I figured
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably
He makes some
over
movies.
2 hours, but
He makes some movies. I'm waiting for Quentin Tarantino to direct a DC movie. I feel like he could make.
he's doing. A while ago, like some article came out that he was like, I think it was during like Hateful Eight promotion. Like he said in an interview or something like, I'm only gonna do 10 movies, and Hateful Eight was his 8th movie. So he only had 2 more,
But now-
and then like this year comes and he's doing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which looks really interesting.
I'm ready for that.
excited.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm excited. Right, exactly. I think Margot Robbie's in it. And
Yep.
Burt Reynolds was
he
going to be in
was
it.
gonna be
Rest
in
in
it.
peace.
Yeah.
And then it's announced that he's doing a Star Trek movie too. That's not with the
That's-
Chris Pine Star Trek.
That one's been rumored for a while. I haven't heard anything since.
You haven't heard anything, but like if those are both true, that's 9 and 10. That's his last 2 films.
I really hope. Like Quentin Tarantino is like one of the last.
I love
directors.
Quentin Tarantino to death. I don't know if he can do a good Star Trek movie.
It would be like if he cast Samuel Jackson, he would be a good Star Trek movie. No, getting back on topic, we gotta make.
Topic Thunder.
Yeah, we do this. Yeah, it's hard to stay on topic because there's so much we can put into it, but
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Like the Flashpoint paradox or whatever, like the. Flash.
Yeah, I love it. It's like one of my favorite animated movies.
Yeah, so like, could you? And apparently, the writers of Spider-Man: Homecoming were going to write that movie.
Homecoming? I thought it was the people who were doing Game Night.
Either way, a comedy directors.
Yeah.
Which is not what you need.
I'm
for
not
this
too worried
movie.
about. I'm not too worried about comedy directors doing something that's not comedy. There's
Well, no, look at
Russo brothers
Russo
did
brothers.
it. Who else? There's a whole bunch of other people that've done it.
But nowadays,
I'm not too worried. I want to see a trailer first, of course.
But nowadays, when you get like when people try to compete with Marvel and they use Marvel comedy, that's what
Mhm.
Star Wars did with Last Jedi, and many other things.
Did you like The Last Jedi?
I didn't mind it. It's not as bad.
I know I'm taking us off topic again.
No,
but-
it's just this is actually Star Wars is actually a topic we're going to talk about for the next episode.
All right, all right.
But
Well,
no.
we'll tee it up now.
Let's see. I'll give you.
We'll set it up. We'll give them a little
I'll
nudge.
give them a little taste. The Last Jedi was not that bad.
All right.
There you go. Like it was.
We'll see you next week on Topic Thunder.
Yeah, make sure to hit the dislike button, unsubscribe. So.
Comment down below what your favorite Last Jedi Star Wars is.
Yeah. What, the Younglings, the Last Jedi? I don't know, bad joke.
I got it.
Anyways, what was I saying?
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint.
Comedy directors.
Like people like are constantly like I do like Marvel to a certain point. Like I hate forced comedy.
Yeah.
So when Marvel adds forced comedy, I just feel like it takes me out of the.
Yeah,
the
I don't.
action.
Did you watch Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I have yet to watch that.
It's not as good as the first one. I don't know if it's because Edgar Wright had like written a script and directed some scenes for Ant-Man, and then he dropped out,
Mm.
and then Peyton Reed took over, and he already had half a movie made.
Right.
And then in this one, it was all Peyton Reed,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know if that's why I feel the way I do about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Like, what-
But Ant-Man and the Wasp wasn't that funny.
What would
There
you-
are some really
No,
there
no,
are
no.
some really good jokes in it, and I don't want to say them because like you haven't seen it, but like there are some really fantastic jokes that I laugh a lot at.
Like, I know
But
there's
then
the-
like
the-
90% of it is I'm just standing there like maybe a like the the
Like,
LOL like exhale.
Yeah. Like I know there's a joke about Antonio Banderas or whatever.
Antonio
Antonio
Banderas.
Banderas.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing. That was the other thing about Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was that like all the jokes in the first one were fucking hilarious, right?
They were to a point.
To a point. Yeah, but I mean like the jokes you think about in the first Ant-Man, right? Anthony, the
Anti, yeah, yeah.
and then him getting shot or whatever, dying. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Ant-Man. Or some of the other one, like just a lot of like small big comedy, right? Like getting shrunk down and getting stuck down or something like that.
Like
right?
I always like the idea of like getting small and just making the table
Mhm.
like your own little city sort of.
The problem with Ant-Man and the Wasp was they took everything that was funny in the first one and did it again and again and again and again and again. So like there's a scene, so you know how like in the first Ant-Man, like the ant grows super big and is terrorizing the house, and it has that one shot where it like comes down the stairs and tackles the one guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, in this one, Michael Douglas sends a giant ant to Scott's house to like do his routine while he's under house arrest, so the police don't see anything different. You'd have to say it for that to make sense, but like.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just.
And so and then
I
we
can
have like a
picture
whole
it.
we have like a whole scenes with the ant, like we cut back to the ant in the middle of the action, right? And it's just like, okay, yeah, I get it. The ant was funny last time.
It's too much this time.
It's too much this time. Or like that ant like naming things, right? Like the Anthony. Well, this one was like, I'm gonna call you Antonio Banderas, and then he gets eaten by a seagull. And then he comes up with another ant pun, and he gets eaten by a seagull, and another one, and then he finally gets one passed. It's like we get it. You like the first jokes.
Like there are people out there who will defend Marvel to their grave.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they will not
Like,
stop. But you have to look. Like
Pick the
Marvel-
right move, and I'll defend it to my grave.
Like Marvel has bad movies. They're not all great. I actually didn't.
What's your least favorite Marvel?
Iron Man 3. I do not like Iron Man 3. I didn't like what they did with the Mandarin. I didn't like the plot. I didn't like it. I didn't even like Revenge.
I will give you the Mandarin one. I think it's funny as fuck.
There is comedy to it. Like if you look at it, it's just like.
I think Shane
Shane
Black's
Black.
Shane Black's really funny,
He's, yeah.
and I liked the. What was his name? The fire guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pierce.
Killian
Killian
something.
What's his real name? Adrian.
Aldrich Killian, something like that.
I don't know. Anyways, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, it's Guy Pearce.
Yeah, Pierce.
I liked him as a bad guy.
Yeah, no.
No, you didn't? You don't think so?
No, it didn't work for me. I don't know what it was. Maybe because it was just I was so disappointed with the Mandarin that I just
Maybe.
like that like that whole part with the Mandarin just like
Apparently, the real Mandarin's out there.
why? Yeah,
Have you
real
seen like
Man-
the Marvel like one-shot things?
No, I haven't. I
You,
know
you,
of them.
you know of them?
Yeah.
So there's like the one called like All Hail the King, and it's like this Trevor Slattery character goes to prison, right, for
Yeah.
associating himself with terrorists, and then like some like henchman of the real Mandarin shows up and like does something. I haven't seen it either, but I know that they like it is Marvel canon that the real Mandarin is out there somewhere, and the Ten Rings is real, and
I don't think they'll ever go back to that. It
well,
was
one,
just-
I think Robert Downey Jr. is done making Iron Man movies.
I'm fine with that because
Yeah.
he's been doing it for pretty much 10 years. So same with Chris Evans. I agree. with that,
So, Avengers 4.
too. Dead. Yes, he can die.
Are they? Is Tony Stark gonna die? Is Captain America gonna die? Are they both gonna die?
Cap's gonna die. I feel like they've been hinting at it since first. Avengers.
One, like I think Chris Evans literally said, "Oh yeah, I'm not making it anymore.
Yeah, I feel like
My contract's up. I'm not resigning. Whatever."
Like you might have Robert Downey Jr. make the rare appearance, most likely with Spider-Man.
Kind of like a Spider-Man Homecoming thing, where
Yeah.
he shows up.
Chris Hemsworth, I haven't heard anything of that, so he might still be in. But I think it's official that Chris Evans is done after Avengers 4.
Have you seen the movie that came out before the first Captain America called Push?
It's on Netflix.
It
Yeah.
is on Netflix. You should go back to that. Push 2.
Make a
Let's do it.
sequel.
Get Dakota Fanning. Get Chris Evans.
And get the Twilight Girl. That's all I know.
The Twilight Girl. Yeah.
Okay, what's your least favorite?
My least favorite Marvel movie?
Yeah.
It's easy to pick on like Thor: The Dark World.
Okay, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Yeah.
I think Thor: The Dark World is worse than Iron Man 3. What I will say though is, the Thor cinematography is always beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I can watch, like I would turn the audio off and watch a Marvel movie or watch a
you
Thor
can,
movie.
You can notice the cinematography in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But like the first two, that were okay. I forget who directed the second Thor, but Kenneth Branagh did the first one, right?
I think so.
I don't know who did the second one. If it was Kenneth Branagh again, I'm not sure. Someone correct me in the comments, I guess.
If anyone does comment.
But yeah, and like those two movies have a very distinct cinematography from the rest of the Marvel movies.
Well, Winter Soldier had something like that.
Well, no, but like what Thor had was very different. It was like
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it was like the
No,
majesty of Asgard and like the way it looked, and it was, but like the Thor movies always looked really good to me.
They did. Actually, Infinity War had some good cinematography too.
Mhm.
Like the opening shot, the opening scene with Thanos, like
Yeah.
that was a good scene.
Mhm.
I really think I don't like the idea of like for Oscar wise, people are saying like
Infinity War for an Oscar?
Yeah. Maybe for visual effects, yes, but for best
Visual
best,
effects I can see.
Best picture, I can't.
I know it's so hard because I feel like our brains have been conditioned to like
Like Marvel.
only think the artsy movies deserve Oscars, and I want that to
Everyone-
change. It should be any movie can be up for an Oscar.
Everyone wants Black Panther.
I see. That's what I think. Black
That's-
Panther, fantastic movie. It's
It's not.
fantastic movie in the sense like it's done leaps and bounds for the industry, right? Like we don't have a lot of
Yeah,
African American led
African-American
movies,
yeah.
and that one was, and it's opened the door for so many other African American actors, which is great.
But I don't think.
But I don't think it's Oscar worthy.
No, I do think like not even the visuals were all that great. Like the final fight kind of proved that.
The cinematography, like Ryan Coogler's a good director though.
He directed Creed. That's why
Yeah.
I liked him. Speaking of Creed, I'm excited for that. I know it's off topic, but
I haven't seen the second trailer. I haven't seen the trailer for Creed 2 yet.
it looks.
I haven't watched Creed 1 yet, but I've heard good things. I'll just go.
Just get out.
I'll go.
Okay.
You can do the rest of the show yourself.
But no, like Black Panther, like to me, it's a bit overrated at this point.
Yeah.
Like, there's people like saying it's an Oscar-worthy film, but when I've watched it, I've actually watched it like 5 times.
Oh yeah.
Like,
It is on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's a good movie, but it is like I like it, but it's a bit overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't see it as an Oscar-worthy film. I don't think it's a film. Like there's other better Marvel movies out there.
I always have this thing where it's like I think a great Marvel movie is a fantastic movie, and a mediocre Marvel movie is just a good movie. Like Marvel movies, generally speaking, you may have your Iron Man 3s and your Thor: The Dark Worlds, but generally speaking, a
They're
mediocre Marvel
entertaining.
movie, which isn't maybe the best Marvel movie,
But they're
is still a
entertaining.
pretty good movie.
Yeah, they're entertaining. I actually like Winter Soldier more than Civil War.
Yeah.
I've come to realize that.
I think they're very different because Civil
They
War
are
is so
different.
big,
They're obviously
so
very
big in
big.
scale,
Yeah.
and you get to like the Infinity War, which is
Mhm.
even larger in scale.
Yeah.
But and the Winter Soldier is so self-contained in itself.
I feel like
Even though you have the whole like spoilers, I guess, Shield, Hydra,
yeah, they've had
like Hydra's in Shield and whatever. Like that's a big event that happened
that is like one of the
in the Marvel universe,
Yep.
but still the story's so self-contained that you could just watch that movie
yeah, like
and not need anything else.
yeah, like when one thing I did like about Civil War is, do you remember the stairwell fight scene with Bucky and Cap?
Yep.
When the cops go to like that was awesome.
That was real cool, yeah.
It was just that was actually very well choreographed too. I love that. The airport battle was okay.
I think
Vision didn't do jack shit at that airport battle. Iron Man, I felt
except fucking almost kill Rhodey.
he almost killed Rhodey, but because he was turned on by Scarlet Witch apparently. He got distracted or something like that. He said.
Yeah, I forget what his excuse was, but anyway.
Anyway, he almost killed Rhodey.
He almost killed Don Cheadle.
And we already went through. That'll be 2 Rhodeys we went through.
We don't want to have to call Terrence Howard back.
Yeah, he's on.
He'd want more money, and we don't like that. We like Don Cheadle.
He's on Empire now. Leave him alone.
That's his name, right? Terrence Howard?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
What's it? Doctor Strange? I always.
I had one last thing about Civil War, is that,
Okay.
but that airport scene, I think the actual fight is good. The lead up of it, the beginning of the scene, like where like Tony Stark's mask comes off and him and Cap are talking, and before Spider-Man shows up.
Yeah, I thought that was good. A little.
I mean, like I like the dialogue in it. It just didn't look that. It looked like a green screen sound.
Did you notice Robert Downey Jr.'s floating head? Yeah. Oh my God.
It's worse in Infinity War in one shot with Mark Ruffalo in the Hulkbuster suit. I think there's one
Oh,
shot where he
yeah,
goes like,
yeah, yeah,
"Ha,
yeah.
you guys are so
I
screwed,"
did notice
and
that.
it's like
I did notice
his
that.
head's doing this and this, and then the body, like his head goes like this, and the body goes like this for a second, and like, it doesn't look right.
Like,
But,
Black Panther fight scene, like the final fight scene from Killmonger or whatever.
Mhm.
That was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
oh, and like when they're like falling down like the vibranium
Like when
mountain.
when they're in the
Mount
mountain.
Vibranium.
Vibranium.
That's gotta be a Disneyland ride coming out soon.
Oh, probably.
Big train.
With the Avatar thing at Disney now.
Does Disney own Avatar?
Doesn't Disney own everything on this one? I don't know, but
I can't argue with that.
like Doctor Strange to me was a good one. It's very like magicianish, I guess.
Yeah, I like the more mystical side of it. I think
That's one-
I think what Marvel has done well is introduce
Characters.
the weird and the wacky that was like the Jack Kirby and the Steve Ditko comics,
Yeah,
which was like the 70s era, like let's smoke some LSD and then draw some comics.
yeah. Like when you.
Did I say smoke some LSD?
I
That's,
think you just did.
I'm white. I don't do drugs.
Oh, that's not an excuse.
Yes. I've never done an LSD. I'm a good Christian boy. Okay.
Um,
Smoke some LSD. That's how you do it, right?
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either.
I wouldn't know.
Mom. Anyway, yeah, I like the Guardians movie was a big step.
The
In that,
Guardian.
and
I like the second one more than the first one. I know
Really?
people don't like the second one, but no,
Really?
it's fun.
no, I
love.
I don't fully agree with you.
I
But
like-
like I've always thought the Guardians movie have the most heart.
Like I like Ego, the villain. It's Kurt Russell too, and I love
Ego.
Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell was the original Solid Snake. I'm gonna get that out there right now. Snake Plissken.
Did you just call him Ego?
What's his name? Ego.
Ego.
Oh, we call him Ego. I don't know what it is. Maybe because of commercials. Lego my Ego.
Lego my Ego.
Lego.
Lego my full-size planet.
Like he
Me.
was nothing like the comic version, but I still like.
No,
this.
but like again, like that's what Marvel's good at, is like changing things without, you know,
Going
like
too far.
going too far. Like in
We'll get there,
DC,
we'll get there.
like in DC,
I know, it's about
Batman
trust.
kills people.
I'm trying to save that. I actually want to talk about that. We'll get to DC after.
All right.
God.
Sorry,
Stand
I
up.
wasn't given a sheet of like talking points, so I don't know.
No, but no. Baby Groot, I feel like, was one of the best parts of that movie.
I do like Baby Groot is cute and funny for 20 minutes. I love that scene in the prison when he's trying to break out Yondu and Rocket Raccoon.
What about his opening scene?
I love that scene.
With the
I love his
buffalo.
opening dance. Those are my only two favorite bits.
My least favorite character became Drax.
Oh, I fucking hate Drax nowadays. Thank you. Ah. He was so good in the first one.
Yeah, he was.
He
But
was
now,
fantastic. Like
now-
I loved his arc in the first one where he. What was his arc in the first one? I haven't seen Guardians 1.
He wants to kill Ronan because
He wants to kill Ronan because Ronan
he's-
killed his family,
and
or
he's
was it
not-
Thanos killed his family?
Well, Thanos tasked Ronan to kill his family, so yeah, it was Thanos. But no, like he wasn't.
But then, like he realized that like I shouldn't have to kill people to make people happy in the first one, right?
I can't remember that. I don't remember that.
Well, he had an arc. I may not necessarily remember it, but I remember that it was good.
Yeah.
I think he had like one line at the end where it's like Thanos is the real enemy or
It's
something
really
like that.
Thanos I need to kill. It's really Thanos I need to kill. I think is what he said. One thing I did like, one scene in Guardians.
But
of the
Drax
Galaxy-
just became a joke machine.
I know. There was one scene in Guardians.
I think I
that's
hit the
good.
mic also. So
There was one scene in Guardians of the Galaxy too. Remember when Mantis like touched his shoulder, like she felt what he was feeling when he thought about his daughter and wife.
Yeah.
On Ego's planet or whatever. And that was like his only.
Ego's planet.
That was his only good scene. Like,
Yeah.
Only real.
Oh, and I
emotional
liked
scene.
his moments with Mantis where it's like you need to find
You are
you like
horrifying.
yeah, you need to see someone who sees the beauty in you on the inside or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
like he had cute, quirky moments like that.
And then he
But it was just every line had to be just funny joke,
Yes,
and I
and-
love Dave Bautista.
It's beautiful. Yes, you are.
I love Dave
On the
Bautista
inside.
in
Yeah, I love Dave Bautista.
I don't want to say like I love him in Blade Runner 2049, but like
I haven't seen that movie yet. Don't tell
Oh.
me anything. Don't tell
Oh.
me anything. I have yet. I have to watch the first
Woo.
one. I haven't watched the first
I
one.
will lend you both.
Oh, I know where to watch it. Don't worry. I didn't really watch it, but no, I didn't know he was in that movie.
He's in it for like 20 minutes.
Oh, he was in James Bond. He was in.
Oh yeah, he was
Spectre.
in, was it Spectre or
Yes.
Skyfall?
Spectre, yeah. Because I remember it was with Christopher.
I have not seen any of
Christopher Waltz.
the Daniel Craig James Bond movies.
You're missing out, at least on the first one.
I think they've been on TV and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this movie, but I've switched it on, it's been like halfway through, and so I haven't seen
The only
anyone fully.
The only James Bond movie you need to watch is Kingsman.
I hear they're making a third one and it's a prequel.
I like the second one, so might as
You
well.
like the second one?
I did like the second one.
I hated the second
What
one.
was the second one? What was the whole
It-
Harry with his lost his mind or whatever? Lost his memory?
Yeah, it was that, and like, I get it. You will want Colin Firth back. Colin Firth's a name that's gonna get you the big bucks.
I didn't like the villain. What's her name?
Julia, no, not Julia Roberts. Fucking.
The other redhead.
Is it a J name?
I don't know, but anyways,
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
anyway. But
That's gonna hurt me.
The villain in that movie I didn't like.
Yeah.
I didn't like the whole like 60s setup in the jungle or something. Why?
I would need to watch it again to really like find the nitpicks of it.
Well, I recently watched it like last week. That's why it's still fresh in my mind.
But no, like the villain was bad.
They killed out the Kingsman.
The effects weren't that great. They
Yeah.
killed off all the cool Kingsmen.
I know. That's actually shocked me. I think that's why I liked it. Because
Yeah.
it was like out of nowhere. Just they killed Roxy, the chick, like the.
I thought she was gonna survive.
I thought so too. They killed Merlin.
They killed Marilyn.
Spoilers.
But like again though, they killed Colin Firth in the first one
They brought it back.
and brought him back. So who's to say like, oh, we have
Yeah,
this
apparently
we have this whole gel that we can just slide their bodies into Jello and then.
Yeah, but what's his name exploded, so I don't think he's coming back. Unless they reconstruct his body.
I found this piece of his scalp. Let's put it into this cloning
I
machine.
found half his brain.
Oh, here he's back.
Found half his brain. Let's just reconstruct it. I don't
So
know.
it wouldn't surprise me if they brought them back, or like Merlin, knowing that he might die on this mission, scanned his brain and uploaded his consciousness to a Merlin bot.
Knowing, who knows? Like it's just, I was entertained. Like, I don't need a movie to be absolutely, positively
What the-
crazy good.
What the first Kingsman did well was be wacky,
Yeah.
but not over the top wacky. It was like self-aware wacky.
Well,
This
look
one
at-
was, the second one was just over the top, stupid wacky.
Like, I think I just.
Like Elton John is a main character in the second Kingsman movie.
I thought it was great.
Like he's funny for that. He's funny.
Yes.
I'll give you that. He's funny.
Yes. Yeah. So Kingsman, like, I like the first one. I like the second one. I feel like the third one's gonna suck. It's usually the third movie in the series that sucks. Look at Blade.
Hey,
No,
Ryan Reynolds
no,
is in Blade Trinity.
No, the movie sucked.
It's a good movie.
Godfather Part 3. Matrix 3.
Yep.
Spider-Man 3.
Say what you want about Spider-Man 3. I think it is an okay movie.
I don't get you. Spider-Man 2 is still the best Marvel movie ever.
Spider-Man 2?
It's the best Spider-Man.
The one where he loses his powers because he's sad?
Yeah. It's got an emotional feel to it.
Oh, I hated that.
What about
You can be
Spider-Man
sad and you can have your powers.
What
Please
about
don't.
What about Spider-Man 1?
Spider-Man 1 is better than Spider-Man 2 and
Okay,
Spider-Man.
I'll tell you what the best
Spider-Man 1 is my favorite Spider-Man movie.
I'll tell you the best part about Spider-Man 2. The train fights. Rewatch it, then you'll understand. Yeah, if you rewatch it, you'll understand. It's still the best Spider-Man fight scene to date. And if you go back, you will understand.
Rosie, I love this boy. I love Alfred Molina. I think he's a little over the top with Doc Ock. Maybe that was the point.
Okay, yeah, but when you look at the fight scene.
And Willem Dafoe. William Dafoe is the Green Goblin.
Willem
Are
Dafoe
you
was a
kidding
good
me?
Green Goblin. Shush.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It was an early alpha pre-Joker. I want him to be
he
Joker.
would be a good Joker. I think he's too old now.
How old is he? Like 50?
Yeah, sure.
He could play an older Joker, depending on what they're doing. Like, if they do a Batman Beyond movie, I would want him to be Joker.
If they do a Batman Beyond movie, would you want Michael Keaton
Yeah.
back for
Yeah.
Batman and then Willem Dafoe as Joker?
I would want Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill to make an appearance. At least as like Mark Hamill, a burglar, Kevin Conroy as a cop, and like he arrested him or something like that. And they had like this
That'd be
little
funny.
interaction.
Yeah.
I don't know who would play Terry McGinnis though.
Who's that?
That's Batman from Batman Beyond. Yeah, his name is Terry.
No, I didn't. Big Carrie.
I don't know who could play him. Someone has to be young.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, continue from the Dark Knight. That means we gotta get Christian Bale, the old Christian Bale.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
That's the one. I'm moving us over to DC, if you don't
Okay,
mind.
wait. So,
Unless you have
rate,
anything else.
rate your
to say.
rate your top favorite Marvel movies from favorite to least
Fine.
favorite. You don't have to remember them all, just your top ones that you remember most.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 will always be my favorite Marvel movie.
So is that like a 10 out of 10 for you, or is that like a 9, 8 out of 10?
It's like a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Have I told you my movie rating system that I've started using?
I use Jeremy John's rating system.
I don't know that one, but my rating system starts at a -100, right? -100. And the closer you get to 0, the better the movie is. So if a movie's like a -10, then that's like a 90% or like a 9 out of 10, right?
I'm so confused by that.
So
what's the-
-100 is like a 0. Like if it's a -100, it's real bad movie.
So no movie's a positive 10 out of 10?
No.
What about?
Well, no. Well, I mean, like if a movie's like 10 out of 10, it would be a 0 on my rating scale.
Okay, what's?
So Guardians of the Galaxy, I would give like a -5,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
that's 95% for those of you who know how to do math.
You?
God, I say Guardians of the Galaxy Volume
I'll-
1 is my
I'll-
favorite Marvel movie.
Do you want
but
me to name them out for you?
Volume 2 makes me cry every time.
What, the ending?
The ending is so good.
I know, that's one of the best things. That's one of the best Marvel
I'm
endings.
getting a little teary-eyed just thinking about it.
That really was one of the best Marvel endings. It wasn't like funny, it was just dramatic. Sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, do you want me to just like rate them or you just?
Yeah, I'll go like,
Alright, Doctor Strange. I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I think Benedict Cumberbatch is a great Doctor Strange. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
alright, Civil War.
Civil War. Bruce's brothers are really good at directing action. I'll give it a 8 out of 10.
What came out before that?
Before Civil War.
Marines? Winter Soldier.
Well, Soldier, it's up there with Guardians.
Yeah.
It's 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10.
Probably. Iron Man 3.
See, I don't give Iron Man
Just-
3 as bad of a rap as you do.
Just. rate
I'd
it.
say it is a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Dark World.
Four and a half out of 10.
Thor Ragnarok.
8 out of 10.
Black Panther.
7 out of 10.
First Iron Man movie.
8.5 out of
The Incredible Hulk movie.
10. I almost forgot about that one.
Yeah, me too.
6 out of 10.
I like the fancy.
Have you ever watched Ang Lee's Hulk with Eric Bana?
I don't think I have.
Ooh,
Is
it's
that, which one's that?
it's the one that came out before
2003?
Incredible Hulk. Sure.
Is that the one where he's like very green?
He's very green.
I think I know which one you're talking about now.
It takes place a lot in the desert.
It has like comic books, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's very like
It was okay.
comic booky.
Yeah.
I,
I didn't like it.
watched it a lot as a kid, so maybe I had too much of a soft spot for it.
That's fair,
but
that's
I
fair.
really liked it.
Captain America: First Avenger.
First Avenger. I think that is the weakest Captain America movie.
It is obviously.
But I really like Hugo Weaving as Red Skull.
Yeah.
I think whoever did an impression of him in
Yeah.
Infinity War did a fantastic job also.
I realized it wasn't him. I was like, oh, that wasn't him.
Well, yeah, but when he came on screen at first, I thought it was Hugo Weaving, and then I read the
That's
credits.
right.
The credits.
I was like, oh no, this is.
Oh, that's not Hugo Weaving.
Good.
Captain America, the first Avengers, is that what it's called?
Yeah, yeah, First Avenger.
6.5 out of 10.
Okay, Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, ooh. 5.5 out of 10.
So you like it? You don't like it? You like it less than Iron Man 3?
Yep.
Why? Whiplash?
It's mostly Whiplash. I think, well, you know, Sam Rockwell is pretty funny now I'm thinking
Nope.
about it.
Okay, yeah, he's funny, but nope, it didn't work for me.
No, you didn't like him?
I didn't like his character. No. I didn't like.
Although,
the
okay,
awkwardness.
I have a, I don't know if I have it actually still on my phone, but when Infinity War was coming out, I made like a list of like must-watch Marvel movies, and
Oh, yeah,
Iron Man 2 was on it.
I did
Because,
See, I did a whole like from phase 1 to phase 2.
see, I didn't watch all of them because I figured that's too many took
I did it like I did it. It took like a month.
Yeah, well, I like watched it like the week coming to Infinity War. Anyway, Iron Man 2 was on it because we get Don Cheadle's Rhodey.
Yeah.
We get the first introduction of Black Widow. We get a huge presence of Samuel L. Jackson and like Coulson.
Basically,
Right.
start
We
off
get a
there.
lot of like you find out that Tony Stark's dad is dead, which is great for Civil War setup.
Yep.
So it sets up a whole bunch of shit that the Marvel Universe needed.
So what would you say Iron Man 3 set up then? Exactly.
Gwyneth Paltrow has a bigger role. No.
Okay, what would you rate Avengers? The first one.
Avengers. It did a lot for movies in general. Every movie now is trying to do a cinematic universe like Marvel,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Avengers is the reason.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And it's a good movie.
It's
Avengers.
okay. I find it corny.
You think so?
I don't like some of the dialogue.
I don't like Captain America's suit
No one likes Captain America's suit.
in the first movie.
Yeah,
Or
so
in the Avengers.
I felt some of the dialogue was a bit corny. I didn't like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. I felt like he looked like a gorilla. So
Well, it's the Hulk.
he doesn't have to look like a gorilla. I don't know what he's supposed to look like. He's not Beast Boy.
Yeah, but he's a green,
He's green, but not
mean
Hulk.
fighting machine.
Mean green fighting machine. Age of Ultron.
Well, I haven't given my rating for it. I'll give Avengers a 8
8 out of 0.
out of 10.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, a 7 out of 10.
We interrupt this video for necessary reasons. Unfortunately, Mac's camera died on us, and mine was still operational. From now on, you will only see still pictures of Mac when he is speaking. We apologize for the inconvenience. Now then, on to the video.
Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
You agree with my list, my rankings?
Yeah. And last but not least, Infinity War. I give it a.
I don't know,
I wanted to
because
give it a 10 out of 10 when I watched it at the theater, but looking back on it, it was more like a 9.
Infinity War, I think, is only half the movie, right?
It was off,
We
like,
don't know how it's gonna end.
but I think it was that ending that made it really great.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it was like, holy shit.
that's not even the ending, though. That's like the
No,
end of
that's
the
like
second act.
Yeah, that's like yeah, pretty much. I want Avengers 4 to be called Infinity War Part 2. That's it. Because they a while back before Infinity War ever came out, they teased it was gonna be Part 1,
Mhm.
and then it was gonna be Part 2. So, and then for some reason they decided.
There's
to
been
cancel that.
rumors going around recently about like what the title's gonna be.
Yeah, it's either Endgame.
Well, what I've heard is that someone guessed Avengers Forever, and the Russo brothers said that's close, but not it. And so now they're all guessing Avengers Eternity
Infinity. That's what I call
or
it.
Avengers Infinity.
Avengers Infinity. Not even War, just Infinity.
And I mean, I don't know how I feel about it.
But did you like Infinity War?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
So would you say it's not as good as most Marvel movies?
Would I say that Infinity War is not as good?
Not as good as your favorite. Like, not was it as good as Iron? Was it as good as Iron Man? Was it as good as Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, my favorite movie is Guardians of the Galaxy, and Guardians of the Galaxy is so far beyond what Infinity War is,
Right.
because Guardians of the Galaxy is about 5 dudes,
Yeah.
right? Infinity War
About
is about
70.
the entire universe,
So.
right?
I mean.
And so in scale, you can't compare them.
But it was an entertaining movie. Like, I love the scenes with Thor rocking Groot.
Sweet rabbit. Love it.
When Thor made his hammer, like that was one of my favorites.
I would give it a 9 or a 10 out of 10.
I gave it a 9.
Even maybe 9.5.
I like Thanos, like goddamn Thanos.
Josh Brolin is fantastic.
Yeah, he was fantastic. It was satisfying when he got the stones.
Yeah.
Something about it just was satisfying.
Well, I think like you've heard the you've read the articles about it where it's like Avengers Infinity War is the story of Thanos, and Thanos is the protagonist. Thanos, you guys see the movies, Thanos is the good guy, and like this and
It's
that.
depends on how you look at it. Like, he wants to wipe out half the population, restore balance, and all that.
Mhm.
I kind of get that, but at the same time, like, there's a better way to say it.
Well, I think someone went through the whole science of it. It was like,
Who hasn't?
well, no, there was like if you deleted half the population in the universe, population is exponential, right? Like
Yeah.
kids have kids,
Yeah.
right? And then those 2 kids will have kids,
Yeah.
and then there's double the kids
Yeah.
already, right?
Yeah.
And so someone figured out that it would take like 3 or 4 years until we were back up to the same population we were.
Well, too late now. It happened. Or did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you do that whole like website that was like where you snap by Thanos?
where you snap?
Someone created a website where like you just had to open it up and like it would say either you were spared by Thanos or
No, I didn't know.
you were taken in the path of something. It was very like
No, I didn't know.
sacrificial. And I'm not saying that I'm lucky, but I did survive.
Oh, okay, so final thing for Marvel, Captain Marvel. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know either. I've heard a lot of like flack about how people aren't excited for the Captain Marvel trailer, but I liked it. I think Samuel L. Jackson looks great.
Well, yeah, I mean, like,
Agent Coulson looks great. They're bringing back like
Yeah,
Lee Pace,
the
who played
90s.
Ronan. They're
It's like the
bringing
90s.
back the other guy from Guardians.
they didn't like Ronan to begin with, so I don't really care.
Well,
that
I
he
hope
came
they
back.
can fix it.
So, okay, that's it from Marvel. Yes, the movies suck.
All right, that's Topic Thunder. I hope you enjoyed the
Thanks
episode.
for watching this. That's all we got.
The movies
What can we say?
are fantastic. Man of Steel's good. It's all downhill for Man of Steel.
Except for the Dawn of Justice Ultimate
Yeah, I think it
I'll
goes,
tell you- I'll
it
tell
goes
you.
Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman theatrical cut, Ultimate Edition, which is like at the same level as Man of Steel,
And then,
Justice League. Oh, not even Justice League yet, we got Suicide Squad.
and I don't wish to talk about Suicide Squad considering it's been talked about on Slickstar Network 1,000 times by a certain man of liberty.
Yeah, and then Wonder Woman comes out, and it's good until the third act.
I didn't mind that.
You liked Hades?
Ares.
Ares?
It's Ares, not Hades.
Sorry. I'll go. I'll leave.
No,
It's
I
fine.
didn't mind what's his name as Ares.
He just,
I don't know his name.
I think it could have worked if, once all the armor came on, you didn't see his funny looking
Okay, yeah, if you
mustache
didn't see
under
his
the helmet.
face, that would have been better.
And like if his voice changed, but it was still like the, "You'll never defeat me, Diana." Like it was just, I forget the actor's name, but like.
It's Professor
he's-
Lupin from Harry Potter.
Yeah, the Harry Potter. But he just wasn't scary. He wasn't a god of war.
I guess no. I mean, he wasn't Kratos, but you know, whatever.
Now I'm going for real. That's it. I'm done.
Once again, thanks for joining us. But no, and as for Suicide Squad,
Oh, so we are
what
talking
can be
about
said?
it.
No, you know what can be said that hasn't been said already? So,
Everything's been said already.
Exactly.
It's bad.
One of the best things that came from DC was Ben Affleck's Batman. I like Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah. Well, I do agree.
But
He does kill people.
I don't care.
I don't care. It's cool.
I like in the
No,
comic-
but that one of the most fundamental things about Batman
Was that it-
is that he doesn't kill people. And I don't care if
Is
like
because-
Zack Snyder like explained it off like, oh well, he's an old gritty Batman and he doesn't care anymore, so he's killing people.
Pretty sure-
No, he shouldn't kill people.
I think in Frank Miller's Batman, he did kill people, though. And that's
Maybe.
what Ben Affleck's based off of. And the reason he never killed was because of his moral code, mostly so he didn't let the Joker win. But when you
Mhm.
look at this Joker from DC, he doesn't look like he doesn't look.
Don't even start on the joke.
I haven't. I'm mentioning him. I didn't say him by name. Okay, I did say his name. I didn't. It's in the mind. You know what I'm talking about. Forget it. We're good. I know. I need more water. No, but like when you look at the Joker from the comics, like you can see why Batman doesn't kill, so he doesn't win. When you look at Jared Leto's Joker, he will kill because he has no reason not to, in a way.
Okay.
And this is after Jason Todd too, so he's a lot more darker. Son of a bitch.
You gonna get that, or are we just
No,
gonna
I'm just gonna leave it.
pretend like it didn't happen?
Didn't happen.
All right.
So it's like, and this is Ben Affleck. Batman is after the events of Jason Todd.
Yeah.
So, or now that Zack Snyder has apparently said, Dick Grayson's the Robin that died, not Jason Todd.
Huh?
Yeah, but it's not canon because Zack Snyder's done that. So we're gonna stick with Jason because it's a better story. It makes a lot more fucking
That's
sense.
the one thing I'm concerned about, maybe is the right word, for the DC universe, because,
Zack Snyder doesn't know what he's doing now.
well, I don't think Zack Snyder's making any more DC movies.
He's not.
But
Thank God.
we have Aquaman coming out,
Yep.
and we have
directed by James Wan.
James Wan, and then we have Shazam coming out, directed by the guy that did Lights Out, I think.
I think we got horror directors, and then we got Wonder Woman 2.
We got Wonder Woman 84,
And
is
then
what it's called.
And then supposedly we got the Batman, which is what I'm looking for.
I've seen pictures of Shazam and Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Those are the movies that are coming out in my
That's fair,
mind.
that's fair.
Because they've been, will they, won't they, with that Batman movie for a couple of years now. So until I see a picture of Matt Reeves directing Batman.
That's fair. That's fair. But then you.
But anyway, what I was saying was that, like, now that, this whole Todd Phillips Joker's coming out,
Yeah.
I think it's called, what is it called, just Joker?
Joker. Like it's.
Um,
I'm excited for that because I saw. if
What's
that-
gonna happen with the rest of the DC universe though, right?
The DC universe. Fuck the movieverse, anyways.
Cause like,
They might.
it doesn't look like Man of Steel 2 is being made, even though Henry Cavill
I don't know what they're gonna do anymore.
I know. Well, what is your opinion on that thing? Because I think Henry Cavill
Henry Cavill, like,
just wants Man of Steel 2 to be made, and he wants more money now.
well, Henry Cavill, like Warner Bros. I don't think they knew what they're doing. The supposed rumor was that they were focusing on a Supergirl movie, and they had no intentions to make a
Do Man of Steel 2 first, and then
Yeah,
do
or make
Supergirl.
Man of Steel 2 with Supergirl.
Yeah, do like a whole like Spider-Man Homecoming thing.
Exactly.
But like
and it
with-
would work better because Superman is the cousin of Supergirl. But these, like, Warner Bros. Doesn't get it. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. I am super excited for Joker though.
I like Joaquin Phoenix.
I like Joaquin Phoenix's look.
I'm fine with
it's-
that makeup. I'm fine
Yeah,
with
no,
it.
yeah.
If that's what
I
we're-
think it's what
If that's what we're stuck with, I'm fine with that.
what David Ayer was trying to do with the Joker in Suicide
Make him like a
Squad
gangster.
was make him look different, like have him stand out from the Heath Ledger Joker,
He
the
tried-
Jack Nicholson Joker,
Yeah.
and the Cesar Romero Joker.
Like, he tried to make him like a.
But he tried to.
gangster.
What he tried to do was make it different, and he
He made it
succeeded.
different, all
He
right.
succeeded, but it wasn't the Joker.
No. You can't.
What Todd Phillips did was make a different Joker, but was still appealing to Joker fans.
The Joker is not a character you can just simply change. Like Heath Ledger's Joker was, in a way, had the same premise as the comic version.
Okay.
Jack Nicholson, like, same. Like, his Joker was psychotic and you know,
Mhm.
everything. Like, but this Joker is not terrifying. He's not psychotic. He's not a sociopath. He's just a gangster who's trying to get his girl.
Yeah.
And he's a gangster. That's pretty much what it is. Like, he's not. No, he just wasn't a good Joker.
I feel like he's missing a lot of scenes in Suicide Squad. That's the one thing that I think. Like we've shit on Warner Brothers already for like tampering with DC movies, but Warner Brothers really had their hands in the Suicide Squad pot.
Obviously, like, I think it was Suicide Squad. Warner Bros. Has gone in. Like, when studios interfere with movies, that's when it's a bad movie.
Mhm.
So Venom recently came out.
I think that let me check that because
No, I can tell
what
you.
I saw.
I'll tell you right now.
No bones in class.
What would you like to know?
I want to guess it has 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes. 33%.
Okay.
As of right now. The movie's not yet out.
Woo!
The movie's not yet out, and the critics also loved. They say it's Catwoman bad. I don't think it's Catwoman bad. Nothing would be Catwoman bad.
Nothing is going to be Catwoman bad. Does that count in our DC talk?
Well, Catwoman. It's Catwoman. As far as I know.
It's Catwoman. It's bad. Don't watch it.
It's Catwoman. It's bad. It's Halle Berry. Don't watch it. And then you got the Dark Phoenix movie. I'm not
It
excited.
looks boring.
I'm not ready. Like,
I like. It looks like it's shot well, and like it looks kind of cool shot wise, and I like.
I like Sophie
The
Turner.
poster that came out was really cool, like
Yeah,
her
it's-
silhouetted in like the space background,
And
and
then, yeah.
that looks really
And
cool.
one thing that sucks about this Marvel merge or whatever, like, we won't get Fassbender anymore. James
Yeah.
McAvoy and all that, like, they'll be.
James who?
What's his name? Professor X, James McAvoy or whatever.
McAvoy. Did you say McCoy?
I think it's McCoy. But no, and I don't want Hugh Jackman to come back because of
No,
Logan.
no, Hugh Jackman's done.
If Logan wasn't made, I would love for him to come back. But since that movie's made, no, stay away. That was a perfect send off for him. So, yeah, so like, that's pretty much what it is.
Do you think we're moving more towards like standalone movies? Because like Logan is supposed to be like its own thing. It takes place in its own universe. It's
In a
nothing to
way.
do with the X-Men movies.
It was in the same timeline as what happened after Days of Future Past.
Right.
So yeah, and then I think it's.
Wait, is it supposed to like when he wakes up in Days of Future
Yeah, yeah,
Past?
yeah.
It's that?
Yeah.
I thought it was always like the same timeline as X-Men Origins, Wolverine, and
You know
the
what?
Wolverine.
You know what? I
and
fuck
Logan.
timelines.
Anyway. Yeah,
It's in the same
If we're gonna
timelines.
talk about fuck timelines, X-Men is like one of the most fuck timelines.
Exactly. And then you got.
And now Avengers is going back in time.
And then you got Deadpool 2 that's coming on theaters again with a PG-13 rating. I guarantee I know why.
Wait, what?
Deadpool is coming back to theaters, but with a PG-13 rating.
Really?
And I think I know why.
Because Marvel.
Because Marvel. Because Disney. they're gonna try to make Deadpool PG-13.
Come on, Disney.
No, they have to. Gotta appeal to the kids. Which is a waste, cause like, oh, damn it. And one thing I'm a little bit excited for this merge, but like the X-Men coming back, X-Men Fantastic Four coming back to Marvel.
Mhm.
But I feel like I don't think the movies will be as different as the X-Men movies we've seen. Not as like it'll be
I
the
hope
same
New Mutants
thing.
gets made.
Is that the TV show?
New Mutant is they had, like a trailer came up for it like last year, and it was supposed to come out May this year.
Is that a TV show?
No, it was a feature-length movie. It was going to be like a horror. It took place in like an asylum.
Oh yeah, was that?
And it had the girl from
Maisie
Macy
Williams?
Williams
Yeah.
from Game of Thrones. It
I did
had
hear
the
about
guy
it.
from Stranger Things in it.
Yeah, I did hear.
And it
about
looks super cool.
I don't know what's happened. Did it get canceled?
No, it got pushed to like 2020.
And they're making a Gambit.
And so I don't know if it's going to be made now or not.
And they're making a Gambit movie, which I have no desire to see.
That's the one where like Channing Tatum's going to be
Channing
playing
Tatum, yeah.
I can't talk.
But I don't see the point now with this Disney merge.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fantastic Four, I'm not a big fan of to begin with.
Yeah. Well, is it because the movies have tainted it for you?
No, just overall, I'm not a big fan. I don't like.
I think we need to bring back Jessica Alba, Chris Evans.
Well, we could bring back Jessica Alba. That's for sure. Okay, so the Marvel, Fox, Disney and Fox merge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm down for it, but it'll be good. That's the thing.
As long as Disney doesn't take over the world with a one world government,
They probably already have.
I'll be happy.
And as for DC, I think it's going to be a fresh start with Aquaman. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope.
I don't know if they can pull themselves out of the grave they've dug, the Superman-sized grave that they've dug.
Yeah, like one of the best things about, I'll tell you one thing that I liked from Zack Snyder, and that was the warehouse fight scene in Dawn of Justice.
The warehouse fight scene was very good.
I think that was a bad name right there.
Until he killed me.
And then they screwed him up in Justice League. They had him making jokes and everything.
I didn't like that.
The biggest, cheesiest smile on his face when Superman returned.
Yep.
Oh god damn.
Let's
it.
talk animated DC movies.
Those are next level type shit.
I haven't seen the most recent ones.
They did a Death of the Superman movie. That's what.
Death of Superman. I've heard mediocre things about that.
I haven't watched this one.
You haven't watched it? Okay.
I love DC animated movies. Have you seen Under the Red Hood?
Mhm.
That is one of my favorite DC movies ever. Jensen Ackles and Bruce Greenwood, I think that's what his name is.
Yeah.
They knock it out of the park.
I think Flashpoint Paradox will always be my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
love
a good one, too.
I love a good time travel story.
Crisis on Two Earths.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
The Phantom, Batman the Phantom,
Phantom Pain.
Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace, yeah.
Phantom Menace.
Batman, the Phantom Menace.
I forget what it's called, the Phantom Mask or something like that. But you know what I'm talking about, right? The Batman animated movie that came out like in.
I don't know that one. I know Justice League Dark.
That's a
It's
good
got
one.
Constantine in it.
That was a good one.
I think it's got the guy who played
He plays
Constantine
as
in the
voice.
TV show.
Yeah, same guy.
He also played it in the animated.
Yep, same guy.
What else do I know?
There's a lot of
There's a good amount of like.
DC and the DC animated universe is now making their own universe, like animated universe. That's so it's
Oh, like this, so they're all going to be connected.
those sort of started with Justice League War, and then the last one was Death of Superman.
And they're all going to be connected.
Yeah, like they did a Teen Titans movie. They did two Teen Titans movie. Oh yeah, speaking of Titans.
Oh. Nope. No thanks.
What the fuck?
Can't believe you don't get water on that boom mic.
They'll live.
Also, that's going to sound real shit.
Anyway, the only thing good about that movie is Robin. Any good about the show is Robin.
I don't know.
Have you seen his outfit? It looks like
The outfit looks good.
As for the actor, he
For
looks
the
like
actor,
Robin. He looks like Robin, but can he
he's
be Robin?
okay.
Can he be Robin?
He's killing people though, and he's supposed to be
We-
Dick Grayson. And
that you know of.
Dick Grayson doesn't.
There
kill
could be
people.
more to the picture. There could be more to the picture. He doesn't want to be like Batman, which means he probably doesn't kill, unless he took it too far and actually think, you know what, I'm not
No,
gonna
he
do that.
definitely does kill people in the trailer.
I have to watch the actual fight scene that happens. I don't know. I don't mind.
He stabs someone in the throat with the sharp
Oh.
Robin thing.
Again, I'm fine with
He
killing.
killed him dead. I'm not excited for it.
Is it because of
I'll
Starfire?
watch the
Is it
first
because of-
episode.
Is it because of Starfire? Is that the reason why?
No, I
That's
think
what I'm hearing.
the backlash behind that's so stupid. It's like the whole like.
She's a black Starfire.
Yeah, whatever. I don't-
fuckity who.
Who fucking cares? I just think it's gonna be a bad show in general. I don't have any
I think.
quarrel with characters in general except for Robin.
I don't mind Raven. Like I don't mind the girl that's playing her.
I think it would have been fine if she was also a Titan and not a Teen Titan, like the rest of
They're
them
not.
are
they're-
adults.
They're
but
not.
she's-
That's why it's not called Teen Titans. It's called.
I know, because
Titans.
they're adults, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she's not an adult, she's a kid. That's why.
Who would you cast?
They're all the same. They all need to be the same age.
Okay, if you're in your mind, if you were to the task to make a Teen Titans movie, who would you
I'm
cast?
off with this, but
Make it happen.
you force me to do stuff I don't want to do.
Just think of a character. Think of Raven. Who would you cast for Raven?
Raven?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Am I making like a Titans movie where they're all like adults, or am I making a Teen Titans movie where they're all teens?
Whatever you want to be.
Well, because if I'm making a Titans movie, sure, she can be. She would be perfect as like as
Millie Bobby Brown. British Raven.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways, like
Have you heard the stuff that's going on with Millie Bobby Brown and Drake?
about Drake. I don't think. At least I hope.
I don't know.
Drake.
I don't know. Listen,
Not like-
Drizzy, I don't care what Tyler has to say about you. I love Jim Degrassi.
Too much. Drake's.
I know you're watching this.
Drake's a wuss.
Don't listen to him.
Drake,
Don't
you're a
worry.
wuss.
Fly me down to
Drake.
L.A. Let's make some movies together.
Drake, no-
I know you're a great actor, Drake. Just call me up. I know he watches this, so I just want to say hi. He's
There
my
you go.
number one friend.
There you go.
Drake.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Drake is a wuss. He's a pussy.
All right.
I don't know why Millie.
Millie
Bobby
Bobby
Brown
Brown.
is hanging out with him. Like, I don't know. Like, what was the full story?
Oh, fuck if I know.
They're
Something
just
about
hanging
how
out.
like
They're
they're
just hanging
hanging out and either. I don't know.
No, but like.
People thought they were dating. I think like Drake is like dated like younger people
I'm
in the
pretty sure.
past.
I think Drake is a bit. He's smart to know that you need to be careful around a child when you're famous, with cameras everywhere. But then again, who knows?
Yeah.
Then again, who knows? But she also should be smart enough to know when to stay away if there is something happening. I don't think there is.
Welcome to our TED Talk.
Yeah, welcome to TED Talk. Today I'm going to be talking about.
What do you think about the Marvel TV shows?
The only one I like right now is Daredevil, and I'm excited for the third season. I'm ready for that shit. Fuck the
I am-
CW shows.
I am excited. Well, those are DC. We haven't gotten there yet. But
I don't care. I like them more than DC.
Agents of Shield. Did you watch
Nope.
any of it?
I watched the one with Ghost Rider. Then I stopped when he left. So I haven't bothered. I'm not. It doesn't get me.
Right.
It doesn't get me.
Well, I will say like the first season of Agents of Shield, like the first couple are really good, and then it gets kind of bad.
Like the reason.
Like as soon as like whatever like what I will give to Agents of Shield is the most connected Marvel TV show.
Yeah.
You'll get.
But here's what I like about Daredevil. It's a bit like has a bit of like realism in it.
Right.
Luke Cage is another good one. I don't mind Jessica Jones, and I can't bother to stand Iron Fist.
Apparently they've done really good things with him in season
I
2.
tried watching it.
Oh, I haven't watched season 2 yet.
I've tried watching season 2 because
I need to finish season 2 of Jessica Jones. I need to start season 2 of Luke Cage, and I need to start season 2 of Iron Fist. I really need to catch up.
I started Iron Fist because I hear it was better, but I started watching a few episodes of season 2 like this isn't getting me. Like,
Right.
I don't care. I skipped season 1, went straight to season 2, so some of the stuff that's happened, like, that's happened? Oh, that happened.
Oh, okay.
Rad.
Did you watch Defenders?
And that was okay. Like the episode when they all meet or whatever, that was probably like the episode I liked the most.
What I will say about Defenders is that they do color association really well. Like whenever Jessica Jones is on screen, there's something purple
Yep.
there.
Um,
Whenever Luke Cage is on screen,
actually,
there's something yellow there.
I noticed-
I like the color usage in
I
Defenders.
noticed something during the episode where they all met. Remember at that Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
The lighting in the restaurant had the colors of all
Yeah,
the
in each
heroes.
corner that they were standing was in the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Luke Cage was yellow, Iron Fist is green, purple for Jessica Jones, and red for Daredevil.
Mhm.
Like I thought that was a good touch. It really symbolized.
But the
it.
story's shit.
Yeah, I don't like the whole hand, the ninja thing. Like
Mhm.
it didn't work for me. And basically, one thing I always hate when you have to watch these shows to know what happened to this show, sort of thing. So like,
Yeah.
so for Daredevil, like season 2, like he was fine during the finale, and then next thing you know, like, oh, he died.
Mhm.
What? So it's
Spoilers.
like, yeah, you gotta watch Defenders and find out why. That goes. For
I get it though. I feel like it's Marvel's own fault though because, again, like everyone's trying to do cinematic universes now, and so
Like they're
the TV shows need to be connected in their own thing.
That's sort of what Glass, M. Night Shyamalan's thing, Glass, was doing.
I haven't seen Split.
I haven't seen Split. I barely even know the movie Unbreakables, which is
Mhm.
what Glass.
I have seen Unbreakable. Unbreakables is an okay movie.
The Bruce Willis one. So Glass is like a connection to Split. So now that's their own universe there.
It's connected to Split and Unbreakable.
So in a way, like they made their own little universe there. And then Titans is also going to be having their own universe. There's another series coming out called Doom Patrol, and it's going to be connected to the Titans universe. So there's that, and then you got the CW universe, the Arrowverse, whatever it's called.
You don't like it?
I don't like.
I think
I-
those shows started off really well. I like season 1 of Arrow.
Yep.
I think it was okay that he killed people. I don't know why people were mad about
It was.
him killing people because it made sense.
I have no problem with Arrow killing people. I don't have a problem with heroes killing others anymore. I do.
Well, that's called
Unless
psychopath.
they're Superman that kills people, then fine.
Well, Batman.
No, because Batman feels like the guy who would kill people.
But he isn't.
I know.
Anyway.
Like The Flash, I don't watch anymore. It's a superhero soap opera. It's Speedster and Friends, is what it is.
Yeah, I can see that. I got hooked on it. I watch it still.
What's wrong with you? Why do you watch it? Why? Why?
I like to go fast.
Arrow I stopped watching, but I'm thinking about going back to that 'cause I hear this in the next season.
I haven't seen like the last like 3 seasons. of
Yeah,
Arrow.
me neither. I stopped.
I forget why I stopped watching, but it just got too bad.
The time travel show, Legends of Tomorrow. Whatever.
This is tomorrow. I watched the first season. I enjoyed it, and
Watched
then
the
I
first
fell
season?
off the second season.
Watched the first season, haven't touched the second season, or the season after that. I haven't bothered.
Wait, there's a season after that?
Isn't there a season 3? Supergirl, haven't watched it. I only watched.
I think that's like the least connected CW show.
Yeah,
Anyway.
pretty much is. The only show I'll go back to is Arrow. That's about it. It's more the most bad. That show is trying so hard to be a Batman show.
Arrow?
Oh yeah. Oliver is basically trying to be a Bruce Wayne at this point.
Yeah.
Arrow Cave. That's what they call their lair. That's enough indication right there. The amount of hints they give to like
Mhm.
Gotham City Batman, and
It's only been recently though that they've started mentioning Gotham City and Bruce Wayne.
because they're now they're introducing back Batwoman,
Mhm.
and the crossover event's going to take place in Gotham, and I do
It's
like.
gonna take place in Gotham.
Yeah, and I do like the crossover event because it is fun. Like it's a fun seeing them come together. But I will never go watch Flash again, ever, and I will never watch.
What
the-
episodes did you watch that made you hate it so much?
Third season.
Which one is that? Is it the Savitar one?
Yeah. Iris, Barry whining. Cisco, what do I do? Do this. Run, Barry. Run. Okay. Every episode. Run, Barry. Run. Hey, what do I do?
I will say that
What do I do?
the season after that one with the Thinker is way better.
I hear it's worse. So I don't know. maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but honestly,
Well, that's my opinion.
I know. But honestly, at this point, I'm done with
And
it.
whoever disagrees with me is getting blocked.
So this was Topic Thunder. Feel free to unsub and dislike this video. It's all your fault, Mac.
Yeah, I can understand. I ruin a lot of things.
But what can I say?
What's your social? Plug your social. You don't want to plug? Okay, well, I'm gonna plug something then, because I am starting a review show soon.
Yes,
I'm gonna
I have
be
to talk to you about this.
I'm gonna be reviewing the new Halloween movie.
Boo!
Tyler's not gonna happy about it. You can see him in the dislike section, but I hope
That
to
movie's
find you in the like
I've seen
section.
it. It's not gonna. It's not gonna do well.
Check it out soon.
The movie's not gonna do well.
I don't know when this episode's coming out, so it might be done, it might not be done.
That's fair.
Who knows?
Actually, if there is a link, we can leave a link if this
If it's
episode does
done,
come out.
if this episode comes out before Halloween comes out, then there will not be a link. But if
There
this
might be.
episode comes out and Halloween is already out, then there will be a link in the
Actually,
description.
I'll tell you what. If this episode does come out after,
Get your calendars out, 'cause we're gonna start planning
this
the whole
episode comes
episode
out
week.
after yours. There's a link right here. Click it.
Right here.
I think there's- Okay, we don't know.
Okay.
So if
I can't travel through time, I don't know when this
so, we
episode's
don't know
coming out.
if it happened or not. We just assume.
If not, you get to stare at Tyler's lovely face for a couple of minutes.
Well, it could be yours. You don't know.
Also,
I'm editing this, so you don't know.
if this comes out in the month of October, I'm watching one Halloween movie a month.
With-
Or one Halloween movie a month. One
with the-
Halloween movie a day.
With the Trinity, that's what I call them.
The Trinity?
The big three.
Oh. Oh yeah, we're also
Two of
doing
the big
that.
three.
We're also doing that. We're watching all the
Yeah.
Halloween movies up until Halloween, but that's not what I was talking about. I was
Why-
talking about I'm watching horror movies every day.
Why would they not release the Halloween movie on Halloween?
Good question.
Yeah.
Probably so they can capitalize.
I know.
Anyway, I'm doing reviews on Twitter of all the Halloween movies I watch.
On Twitter.
Yep. On Twitter at mfruit_.
Right. Okay.
Follow me if you want.
And you can watch this video on Select Star Network. Be there.
What? How'd you get here?
I know.
Also, I'm sure we'll do a whole bunch of this shit on the Twitch. I don't touch it.
I don't use Twitch. I've never been on Twitch.
Mhm.
So when people talk about Twitch, I have no idea what the fuck
I don't
they're
have
talking
a
about.
good enough PC for Twitch,
I
so
do.
check out Colin and Liberty and Justin on that thing, and they'll be so funny. You'll laugh
Oh, honey. Ha, ha,
until
ha,
you
ha.
cry, and then
Ha,
you'll
ha,
cry
ha.
until you laugh, and
Ha, 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 ha. Ha.
we're just gonna slowly fade out on us laughing like Tommy Wiseau.
Okay, long story short, I think we're gonna wrap it up soon because we've talked about DC, movies suck.
You know, my mouth's getting a little dry. I could have stopped talking for a couple hours at least.
Yeah. But anyways, DC movies, bad. Marvel movies, good. Marvel animated, no. Oh yeah, speaking of Marvel animated, you wanna talk about that, the past movies?
I don't know a lot about Marvel animated movies.
They did a Doctor Strange and Iron Man. I don't know what else they did.
That's it, Doctor Strange and Iron Man.
So long story
There hasn't
short-
been a lot.
So DC, cartoons, movies better, anime movies better. Games, I'm still going. It's almost tied right now because of Spider-Man. But then you got Injustice with Arkham Knight.
I'm glad how we wrapped up already, and now we're getting back into it.
We gotta do a comparison. Which is better? Which is which? This is Marvel vs. DC.
Marvel
goddammit.
DC games. I will love always the Batman games to death.
Yes.
The Arkham games to death.
And then you got the Injustice games.
And the Injustice games are alright. I've never been a huge fighting game guy.
That's fair.
But whatever.
So you got games, DC.
What other Marvel games are there besides Spider-Man PS4 and the other
There's
Spider-Man
Marvel
games?
Alliance. I haven't played it though.
Okay. Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
That doesn't.
That doesn't count.
Doesn't get me. Yeah, I don't know what else they have. So yeah, so long story short, Marvel movies better. DC animated movies better.
They're basically tied overall.
DC Comics better. DC Comics, I should say. DC Comics, yeah. Games, DC. So long TV shows, Marvel. So long story short, everything that's entertaining in this world is Marvel, and everything else sucks. Because hardly anyone reads comic books anymore. Hardly anyone knows the animated movies, and only a few there's still a handful of people that play video games, but people mostly look on the movies for which is better.
Yep.
I still like DC better because of heroes and stories and stuff, and you like Marvel just because of films.
Yep.
So that was Tropic Thunder.
Robert Downey Jr.
Is he good?
plays Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr.
No.
is in Tropic Thunder. This show is called Topic Thunder.
That doesn't mean anything. We weren't basing it off him. We were basing it off Ben Stiller.
Not the movie Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, Ben Stiller's Tropic Thunder.
Ben Stiller's in the movie Tropic Thunder.
Can you guess Robert Downey Jr. was the best part of that movie? Bite me.
All right.
You do realize that movie can never be made today, right?
Tropic Thunder? Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check it out on the next episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about racism in the next episode.
We're going to talk about Robert Downey Jr. Is blackface good?
There's blackface bad. Which is which?
Let's find out if this part was cut out of the video. Woo! See you later.
Yeah. This got out of hand fast.
It was so good, and then we brought up blackface.
Well, you brought up Tropic Thunder.
The show is called Topic Thunder.
But you brought up Robert Downey Jr. was in Tropic Thunder.
Because he is.
I know. So was Jack Black. So was.
Oh yeah.
So was what's his name?
Kevin Hart.
Surprisingly, no, he isn't.
And The Rock.
Who's gonna be Black Adam? I'm waiting for that.
That's gonna be exciting.
I hope so. I really hope so.
If the DC universe survives after
If it
Wonder Woman
survives.
1984.
I think hopefully things get better from here on out. So long story short, last thought. So you're excited for Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Are you going to see Venom?
The school does this thing where like you can see a movie for $4. So I'm gonna pay for a cheap ticket and go to see it. But I'm not gonna pay full price to see it.
Yeah. Well, anyways, thanks for joining us on Topic. And that was Mac, and he's leaving, even though we're still going. Once again, thanks for joining us on Topic Thunder. My name is Tyler. This is Mac.
Yeah.
If his battery's dead, you probably can't see him, but if it is, great. So, next episode, Matthew will be back. Stay tuned.
Batteries will be charged.
Batteries will be charged. Thank you, Mac. And once again, Mac, thank you for being my guest.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Were you
We got a little heated sometimes. We
Did
had
we?
we had a couple laughs though.
That's true.
Anytime. Have him back anytime. I will argue any point you like.
I know. Alright, people. Once again, thanks for stopping by. Hit the dislike button, unsubscribe, and troll in the comment section, because that's what kids do now. I'm speaking to you,
Justin.
Liberty. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Thank you once again.